Alright, I picked Tentacool as my starter, Poison only run. And then find a rival, but I gave him the Grass type. And let's say a Poison Sting, he goes out in one shot. Alright, roll fight again, because this game doesn't really have a lot of context. Poison Sting, so he's dead. Alright, time to fight Charon. I set up Toxic Spikes, because his Pokemon can be quite bulky. I use Acid. I dropped his Special Defense, I kick him to Acid. Start aciding down his Lillipup. I get him down to, he gets on red, he heals, but Toxic plus Acid to get out. I call it VP as my next team member. And next up is Roxanne. I use Defense Curl that I started using Rollouts. Defense Curl boost rollout. 3 rollouts took Coughing out, then 1 rollout took out her Whirlipede. That was Roxy. I caught Grimer and Zubat in the sewers. Zubat and Grimer, whatever. What, it doesn't matter. Alright, now it's time to fight Burr. I lead out with Gold, my newly evolved Golbat. Wing attack one shot to Swaddling. I send out a Cool Tent to Bubble Beam his Dwebble. That's it. And then last up is Leavanny, and 1 wing attack did it in. 4 times weaknesses is a bitch. Alright, next up is Chorus. I started going with Mud Bomb, bringing Magnemite down to Sturdy, then the Mud Bomb takes it out. Next up is this Clink. After using Mud Bomb for a bit and just stalling this, he finally took me out the Gear Grind. I sent out a Cool Tent and finished off the Bubble Beam. I caught Roselia and lost her in Forest. And next up is a Lisa fight. So she leads out the Molga. I have a Cool Tent. I set up 2 Toxic Spikes to live in at 3 HP. Then I started Venom Shocking. Her Flappy missed her takedown, and I was actually able to take out a few Venom Shocks. She healed. Just quick attack took out my Tentacool. Then I kept using Venom Shock on her Molga. Took it out too. Her Zepstrika took my Roselia out. And a Flame Charge, and I send out Muck. I go for Harden. Then I go for Minimize. Then she uses Quick Attack and hits. I send out Venipede. She uses Volt Switch. I go for Bug Bite. Another Bug Bite plus Poison took it out. Alright, we're fighting Sage Rude for some reason. I don't know why we're fighting him, but his Hurry without a few Giga Drains. Next up is his Swoobat. After debating what I should do, I decided to stay in with Roselia, her high special shocking Swoobat twice. Alright, time to fight Clay. Send out Roselia, 1 shot his Croc and Sand Slash Giga Drains, then Slash. Then I use Giga Drain is about half. I send out Tentacruel, 1 Bubble Beam, takes the extra roll out from there. Alright, time to fight time for the World Power, Terminal World Power. Or whatever. I set Toxic Spikes as his Servine uses Leech Seed and Leaf Blade, then I use Roselia. Take out his Servine, but Sims check Roselia, then Tentacruel took everything else out with Bubble Beam. Next up is Charon, same thing, I set up Toxic Spikes, and I set up a barrier, or to take damage. I started Bubble Beam and his Herdier down. Does it survive about a quarter of my health. Next up is Watchog, 1 Venom Shock took it out because it was poison. Last up is Sistina, same thing, 1 Venom Shock took it out because it was poison. Last up is Chorus, I use Bubble Beam. He went for Thunder Shock, not Thunder Wave, which is weird to me. Whatever. I Bubble Beam his whole team down, eventually, winning the battle. Alright, time to fight Skyla. I serve for Swoobat, serve Skyla for Swoobat. Next up is Urswana. I use Venom Shock with Tentacruel. I decided to stall out Tentacruel, see how much damage I could do. At the end of it, I brought it back down to half health before I died. I send out Roselia. The Roserade, I use 1 Giga Drain to take her out. Last up is Skarmory. I use Giga Drain. Then I decided to use Leech Seed so I could stall it out. Then I kept going for Giga Drain. I was like, I took it out with the Steel Wing, or the Air Lace. Next up is Whirlipede. I start using Rollout. Eventually the Rollout and Leech Seed took her out. Yeah, that was annoying. Caught Skorupi. Next up is the Adelafound Rival fight. This is a Vezant being annoying little pricky Tex and Taunts, but I take out 2 Surfs. Next up Superior. I send out Golbat, who actually evolves into this type, which is nice. 2 Acrobatics, took it out. Next up is the Simisear. I send out Tentacruel. I go for Surf, 1-shotting it. Now it's time for the Galactic Double battle, which is very fucking annoying. Like, it's so annoying. Like, we rushed Shambodim to death, but the thing was, he didn't have any good Pokemon for it. Like, Superior, I love it, but it sucks in this game for main story-wise. But we won. Next up, Strayden. I don't have Ice Beam yet, so you can't get Ice Beam until EHM, so I don't have any extra moves. So I lead off Tentacruel, do some chip damage, then I send out Crobat, do Acrobatics. And since I'm not holding any items, it does more damage. Next up is Flygon. I send out Roserade to go for some Giga Drains as it goes for Crunches, leaving me at a little over half. Next up, Druddigon. Hacks or something, sorry. It one-shots my Roserade, then I start stalling because it's Toxic. I set up Iron Defenses as he does that, but he uses Dragon to swap me out. I send out Crobat. I just go for Fly, trying to stall it, but he hits me before I can do that. Next up is Muck. I use Sludge Wave and Toxic get out. Next up is Zinzilion. Yeah, get ready to hear that name a lot. His Cryongles went down pretty easily since they have low defense. Last up is Weavile. I send out Scolipede to use some Steamrollers. I could take it out, but he took it out first. Volbeat fucking sucks. Bug Bite from Drapion took it out. Next up is the 8th Gym Leader, Marlin, the most forgettable probably. Giga Drain plus Toxic out. this thing. Then I use Toxic's Whaler. Then I use Giga Drain. You're taking it out. I go for Leech Seed, stop. Then it goes for a bounce. I throw in Crobat to do damage. Then last up is Jellicent. I use Giga Drain. 2 Giga Drains, take it out. Ugh. Giga Drain, check it out. I use Leech Seed. Ironically, it's pretty style. I Toxic it, but the next Giga Drain I did fucking killed it. God, I'm bad at this. Alright, Zillion again. I bought it out, double rival fight, whatever. Cragnos went down easily since they have 4 physical defense. All that bullshit. The other Pokemon were special. It's like, Scolipede was the coolest out of all of them. Weavile went down to a few bug bites. Leech Blade. Let's say Leech Blade. The last one was Wash, was underwhelming. Alright, final fight with Zillion, I believe. God damn it. Cryogonals went down to a Gunk Shot to actually go for Dig. Next up, the other Cryogonal. I send out Drapion to hit it with a Crunch. Last up is Weavile. A few bug bites, sit it in. Whew. Final fight with Chorus. It's a stalling motherfucker. So what I had to do is I had to send out Roserade, then I had to Leech Seed all of them so I can break the Sturdies. Then I just had to surf down his Matangs, his all that shit. Like, it was very fucking annoying. I'm just glad it's over with. God damn it. Oh well. Chorus was a bitch. But hey, at the end of the day, I beat it. So I guess that's all that matters. Alright. So next up is gonna be the Getsis fight, I believe, which that wasn't fun. I'm letting this play out since I have nothing else to say, really. Shit, let's play out. Not because I had to fix something because it broke. Alright, Getsis fight time. Fucking I got a Poison Cup Freeze with Gunk Shot, then I was throw out Drapion. 1 Crush took it out. Next up is Psychic Toad. 1 Giga Drain took it out. Next up is Electros. Giga Drain took it out. Giga Drain about to half, got to check out the Acrobats. I use Gunk Shot to take the rest of it out. Next up is his own Drapion. I thought, oh, we got a Drapion fight. Oh, he has no spray. I send out a Bat, a couple Acrobatics, took it out. Last up is his next up is his Hydreigon. I have Ice Beam now, and I freeze it, luckily, so a few Ice Beams took it out. Last up is his Toxicroak, so 1 Acrobatics took it out. Whew. Alright, final rival fight time. I missed Gunk Shot, then hit myself in confusion, and he hits with Facade. My luck. Alright, uses U-turn as I start crunching down. Boofalon. I learned the next up is a Simisear. Then I use Acrobatics. I ran out of healing items during the victory row, so I had nothing to heal, so my team's weak. 1 Crunch get out. Another Crossbow. Next up's Unpheasant. It's a Tentacruel. Ice Spring right down to yellow. It took me off Facade. Roserade was able to take it out with a Giga Drain. Then I Toxic Phantom Shock to Superior, winning the final rival fight. Whew. Elite for Caitlyn. So I set up 2 Home Claws as I fall asleep, and she starts setting up some Charge Beams. I wake up and I use Crunch, one-shotting. Reuniclus goes down one shot. So does her Sigilith. Now last up is our Gothitail, goes down one shot with a Crunch. Next up is Marshall. Acrobatics, his throw to 2-shot it. It takes 3 Acrobatics and 3 heals. Next is Conkeldurr. 2 Acrobatics to get out. She eats the barrier, cleaning some Stone Edge. Next up is Stalk, was just 30. Uses Rock Slide. Another Acrobatics takes out. Last up is Meanchow, uses Bounce. I go for Fly. Then I will Fly again, uses Bounce, takes me out. Alright, I send out Tentacruel and I use 2 Surfs, taking him out. Next up, Chantel. I leave Drapion, I go for Crunch. This is me with Shadow Ball. Another Crunch takes out. Next up is his Golurk. I send out Tentacruel, I use Surf, as he goes for Earthquake, taking me out. Send Drapion again, Crunch takes it out. Next up is Chandelure. Let's go for another Crunch, as he goes for Fire Blast. That's it. I send out Acrobat. Fucking Pat, use Acrobats to get out. Then last up is Drifloon. I try to go for a Poison by Poisoning Tail him. But there was that. So I just send out Roserade. He's Toxicon, I get taken out, then an Acrobat and a Fly takes it out. Lastly, 4-member Grimsley. Let's call him Grimmsnarl. I use Giga Drain on his Lightbird, as he uses Attract. He uses Airlace. I'm immobilized, so I decided to get out Scolipede, his new Steamroller. Next up is his Bisharp. I send out Acrobat, thinking of a wrong Pokemon, so I use Confusion. I send out Tentacruel to go for some Surfs to do damage. He eats a berry. I go for a few more Surfs, as it's confused, and I can take it out. Next up is his Crocodile. I try to go for Giga Drain, it takes me out. 1 Surf, I go for Surf. Doing Razor Stone Edge. Acrobatics takes his Crocodile out. Last up is Scraggy. I use Acrobatics, one shot. Champion Iris time. She was Hydreigon. I go for Steamroll. She uses Flamethrower, gets the burn, but I use Steamroll again, get a crit, and I go down 2. I send out my Muck, and I go for Gunk Shot. This is my luck. I missed half my Gunk Shots that I used. and barely not taking it out. Then she uses Geiger Shell to take me out. So now Drapion, 2 Cross Poisons takes it out. Next up is her Aggron. I use Surf. As it goes for Autotomize, it switches out to Lapras. Well, since Lapras can't hit me, I decided to set up both Toxic Spikes, send out Muck for Clean Switch. Then I use Giga Drain on her Lapras to shine it. Next up is her Aggron. I go for Giga Drain again, taking it out. Next up is Archeops. I send out Tentacruel. I go for Surf, getting one-shotting it. Last up is her Haxorus. I throw out Roserade, but she gets taken out. I use Ice Beam, bring it down to half.